The Crithian Empire had been collecting specimens for 3 centuries. Their vast biodome complexes housed thousands of species, each displayed in meticulously crafted habitats for the entertainment of the elite. When they discovered humanity, a curious, emotional species from a backwater planet, they knew exactly what would draw the crowds. Human children. The raid on Colony 7 was surgical. Crithian scouts bypassed planetary defenses, infiltrated the settlement school complex, and extracted 42 children ranging from ages 6 to 14. By the time alarms sounded, the ship was already jumping to hyperspace. The Empire's officials congratulated themselves. The children would be well-fed, properly housed, and displayed in a habitat mimicking their natural environment. Far more humane than how they treated livestock species. The crowds would pay fortunes to see the legendary human young, beings whose emotional bonds were rumored to be so strong they'd die protecting each other. What the Crithians didn't know was that among those children was a girl named Maya Thompson. 12 years old, brown hair, quiet disposition. Her school file listed her mother's occupation simply as military contractor. That was a considerable understatement. Commander Elena Reeves had been humanity's most decorated special operations soldier for 2 decades. She'd dismantled pirate networks, eliminated terrorist cells, and conducted extractions in hostile territory that military analysts still studied. She'd retired 5 years ago to raise her daughter in peace, far from the wars she'd fought. When the Crithian ship jumped away with her child aboard, something ancient and terrible woke inside Elena Reeves. The authorities told her to be patient. Diplomacy would work. The Galactic Union would negotiate. It would take time, but they'd get the children back. Elena gave them 48 hours. Then she stopped waiting. She liquidated her accounts, called in every favor owed across 3 sectors, and purchased information that shouldn't have been for sale. Within a week, she knew which biodome complex held the children. A massive orbital station above the Crithian homeworld, protected by military-grade shields and a full battle group. She went anyway. The Crithian security forces were professionals, trained and equipped to handle any threat. But they'd never faced someone who moved through their station like smoke, bypassing sensors that should have detected any intruder. Their cameras caught glimpses, a shadow here, a figure there, before guards fell unconscious or simply disappeared. Elena moved with surgical precision, her decades of experience compressed into every decision. She'd memorized the station's layout, identified the children's location, and plotted 17 different extraction routes. She didn't need 17. The first one worked perfectly. The biodome guards found their colleagues bound and gagged, their weapons missing, their communications jammed. By the time they understood what was happening, Elena was already inside the habitat. The children huddled together in their artificial environment, frightened but unharmed. Maya saw her mother first, climbing through the ventilation shaft in full tactical gear, her face painted in urban camouflage, carrying enough weapons to arm a small platoon. "Mom," Maya whispered. Elena pressed a finger to her lips, her eyes scanning the children with professional assessment. "All present. All mobile. Good. We're leaving," she said quietly, her voice carrying absolute certainty. "Stay close, stay quiet, do exactly what I say." The extraction took 14 minutes. Elena moved the children through maintenance corridors and emergency access tunnels, avoiding patrols with preternatural awareness. When Crithian soldiers finally cornered them at an airlock, they found themselves facing a woman who'd turned the children's fear into a tactical advantage, positioning them safely behind her while she held a detonator connected to charges she'd placed throughout the station's life support systems. "Open the airlock," Elena said calmly, "or test how much I'm willing to lose." The Crithians opened the airlock. 20 minutes later, Elena's stolen shuttle docked with a human frigate she'd arranged to wait at the system's edge. The children were safe, being examined by medical staff and reunited via video with frantic parents. The Crithian Empire lodged formal protests with the Galactic Union, demanding Elena Reeves be tried for terrorism, assault, and theft of imperial property. Humanity's response was simple. They promoted her to admiral and assigned her to head their new hostage recovery division. The Galactic Union quietly advised the Crithian Empire to release all human specimens in their possession and strike humanity from their collection list. They complied immediately. After all, they'd learned an important lesson. Humanity didn't negotiate for their children. They sent their mothers.